Hi guys, Melchor Moore here, and welcome to my channel. Today we have Kerry Mark Green from, are you from Portland?
I'm not. I'm from the East Coast. I was born in New York, in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, and then when did you come here?
I moved here in 2000.
2019 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
On and off. I left for a little while, for about 5 years, and moved to Hawaii.
Oh,
And then I came back here.
oh nice. Well, Kerry Mark Green is I guess 19 years here, a local artist, almost like Portland, Oregon. Kerry's artwork, if you haven't seen it, is sort of, I would say, Rastafarian, not supernatural fantasy or what would you call it?
I kind of describe it as Caribbean surreal.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caribbean surreal fantasy artwork. Kerry came out with this sort of an adult coloring book, if you will. It's just really in-depth illustrations with pen and ink, and then sort of graphic novel type work. We're going to embed some links into the thing. So now you've introduced this. You say for big kids.
Yeah, totally.
Age
We all got some
16.
kids in us, We're all. I feel like everyone used to like the color when they were kids, and they kind of grew out of it. But I think people still have that inside of them, They still want to participate in like the art world, but they don't know how to do it or don't know where to begin, So I'm like, I want to, put this out so that I've already started it for them. All they have to do is contribute with some color, and then they can collaborate with me, to create something, beautiful, basically, And I don't really feel like there's any way you could really mess it up, just add color and the base is already there, the foundation is already there.
I feel like I would go into this with like a fine tip marker if I got my hands on one of these.
Yeah, I was saying fine tip marker, colored pencil works really well too because for the blending, but you can sharpen the colored pencil really nicely and get into all the little small nooks and crannies.
And where are you coming up with these ideas? It's so intricate.
Well, they're a conglomerate of my travels and like meditation and just different. I'm a student of art, I feel, and so I'm constantly looking at other artists and going to gallery shows, and I've been to a lot of different countries, different museums, etc. And I just have all the stuff in my head, It's like this discography of images in my head, and so I don't have the ending image in my mind. I just start somewhere, and then when I see things in it, I just continue to put the things I see. So it comes from somewhere. And it's mostly stuff I've seen, throughout my life of studying art.
Kerry and I met because he was running the booths at the downtown First Thursday in the Pearl. When did you start doing that?
I'd say this is my second year doing the Pearl. I used to always do the last Thursday in Alberta, and so that was kind of what I've been doing for about 4 years, I'd say. And so I just started doing the Pearl like 2 years ago and started working out pretty good. I like that area.
And so you're doing both? This was the first year you were doing both?
Yes, so I did both this year, and I started like 1 or 2 of them last year. But this is my first year of doing both, religiously, first and last Thursday all through the year.
And so that's kind of like a summer thing. What do you do with your artwork during the winter? How are you getting that out there?
Well, I have events, that I put on myself. So I find a place and either rent it out or find a business that's willing to, have me, show artwork there. And then I, supply the music and, the liquor license if necessary, and then promote it myself and then, have basically an art party, And so I know a lot of musicians around town, from DJs, to live bands. And so just trying to pull together a bunch of different, artists from different, genres, mediums, all together in one space, and then, I sell a bunch of stuff there, basically, and so for a while I was having them every 3 months was basically how much I was doing it, give me time to create a bunch of new stuff, so that whenever people come, they, always have new things to look at, basically, and so that's usually my winter gig, and then there's always the online presence, so I'll, promote my stuff on like Instagram and Facebook, and then
KerryMarkGreen.com.
Exactly,
we'll put a little link in there.
Thanks for that.
Those events is actually, I was trying to get Kerry on board for an event that I did,
Yeah,
and he was too busy. You were successful this summer, like at the booth.
Yeah, most definitely. It was my best year, I would say, and actually my last two booth setups, it progressively got more, and got better and better. I saw more and more. I start having, repeat customers and businesses, and had my first fan, who said they follow me all the time and have like 6 of my pieces and all this kind of stuff, and so that was kind of nice to have, so.
So are they ordering online often?
They talk to me online, and they've just come to my booths basically, and so they've come and bought different ones. I have my paintings in different establishments. So there's an awesome jewelry shop in Multnomah Village called Sarah J's. She would sell paintings for me. There's also a place called Multnomah Greens. It's a dispensary.
Okay.
And so they sell like stuff for me as well. So, I have my stuff out there, around town, different, the radio room had my stuff for a little while, so people see my stuff around town.
Radio room?
Yeah.
What is that? East side?
It's like on Alberta. It's like a big bar/club kind of thing,
Okay.
And so it's not really an art gallery, but, they have arts on the wall, and they definitely support local artists.
Yeah.
So I try to find those places, that have, interesting art on the wall that, sell stuff from time to time, and, just talk to the owner and post my stuff up, for a month or two.
Okay, so kerrymarkgreen.com. What about your clothing line? What's going on with your wearables? How do we get those?
Well, I'm about to set them up on I want to have a storefront basically, from a website, which is the next step, so all this like separate merchandise, which, with the booth, I kind of just, figured out that the more things you have, the better it sells, the more it attracts people.
Right.
So I kind of want to have something for everybody, and a lot of people don't, art is a luxury, to have like a nice painting on the wall or something.
Yeah.
It's like something that not everyone can afford.
Price-wise, yeah.
But if you have something like a T-shirt, or a coloring book, or something that people can use, I think that's a lot easier.
Are you printing locally or?
Yeah, so I've got multiple different varieties of shirts. So I have some with paintings printed from a print shop onto the front.
Mm-hmm.
I have some like silk screens that I do myself. Like burn the screen. Mm-hmm. And have a little more simple images. And I even have the lino cut images where I like carve out the lino cut and make it like a block print.
Okay.
And then you can print like definitely simpler designs too. So it's like from simple to very complicated painting T-shirts. So I have all 3 different kinds, 3 different price ranges, basically. To once again, have something for everybody.
So you're doing the print yourself. So you couldn't do like a Society 6 or something, because it's not just the image. It's like a couture created like individual piece, really.
But at some point, I'm looking to a print, because I do these, obviously these pen and ink drawings.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd love to have a full T-shirt with the whole pen and ink, covering up the whole entire shirt, you can stare at each area.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly searching for different printing companies that, has the capabilities to do what I need them to do, with the level of detail, and then also have it be cost effective.
Well, Textile Month is happening this month, right? Are you going to go check anybody out?
Is it like a market kind of thing, or is it
I think it's an entire like festival.
Really?
Well, you know how they have Fashion Week?
Yeah.
Textile Month or something is
okay. Yeah.
So maybe you could meet somebody.
Right. I'd like it for it to be like trying to move towards like even the greener, because like my company, is Kind Green, productions, and so I'd like to move towards like hemp, and different like sustainable like materials, and so it kind of fits with what I'm about. And then also I think my imagery as well, it's kind of my imagery is about holistic and bringing all these different cultures and all these different things together to be like healthy, and to one cohesive. Like nothing is too different. Everything could be, brought together in harmony. And so like I like that idea with like even like materials and shirts. You don't want all to be like sustainable and like healthy and
the Kind Green brand.
Yeah, totally. And so like that's hemp. I'm so happy that hemp is kind of becoming more accessible. And without having the things be too expensive. Like I don't want to have like only $50 shirts. I'm like or $70 T-shirts kind of thing. So if I can find a nice sustainable, inexpensive print shop that I can knock some stuff out, then I'm ready. I'm all about it.
Yeah. So shoot
Yeah.
it,
So if you
shoot
guys,
it email.
if you're one of these companies, you know where to find me.
That's Instagram. Kerry Mark Green, I think that's how we met. I DM'd you or something. And,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like on Facebook Messenger. That's a good way to get in touch with them. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this fantastic journeys with Kerry Green. We're gonna kind of embed a better version of this, like on the video, so that people can get a good look at it. And then,
Appreciate that.
Is the first Thursdays over? No more?
There is one more first Thursday, and it's in October.
Okay.
And so that's the last one of the year.
October 3rd. Hit up Kerry's booth and then swing on over and see my show. Don't forget to see my show.
Lovely artist. I appreciate your work, man. I'd like to see it for sure.
Yeah, I got to get my booth up to par with yours. I think I would have been more successful had I had a different setup. But yeah, thanks for meeting with us. That's great. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Cheers.